If you go and buy a bike off the shelf, you're going and buying what somebody probably already has.
Oh, yep, I'm cool. I have a brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle, but then you walk out of the bar and there's 500 other motorcycles that look exactly like yours.
And believe me, there's plenty of them out there that are the exact same color.
What's cool about that?
Hey, my name's Jay. I own Northeast Chop Shop.
I don't build bikes that look anything like anybody else's. When you're riding down the street with big tall bars, flames blowing out the exhaust, and all rusty paint, people are gonna look at that rat bike way more than, an $80,000 cherry candy apple painted bike.
A rat bike is basically a bike that you build with no money. The rat bike world got started from just broke guys like myself building a motorcycle with what we have. You find an old motorcycle that doesn't run anymore, and you take it all apart, build a bike from the ground up,
Anything that would work.
So it's a fine line for us as builders. We have to build something that's still going to hold up.
My grandfather, he was always into the Harleys. And when I got into my early 20s, I bought it. Immediately, I wanted to customize it and do my own thing with it. So I decided to learn about motorcycles, graduated the top of my class, and got a job at a dealership. You want to customize a bike? Here's a chrome horn cover, put it on. Not custom at all. I hated it. I met Doug there.
My name's Doug Rasmussen.
He quit. This is bullshit, threw his hands up and just walked out. And I was like, oh, where'd Doug go? So I decided to quit myself and borrowed $500 from a friend of mine to rent out a little small garage space. I called it Northeast Chop Shop, called Doug up, asked him if he wanted to come work with me.
Hey, watch what you're saying about.
That's how me and Doug got started, actually.
Check out that profile. I'm the guy that gets all the shit. Don't worry about it. Doug will make it fit.
Finding parts can be really hard sometimes. On Saturday mornings, me and Doug will jump on our Harleys and we'll literally pull up to the yard sale and everybody there turns around.
We don't look like your typical yard sale.
No. Junkyards, antique stores. I'll look for a bike that's, say, been sitting in a barn for 20 years. I'll call this guy up and he'll say, oh yeah, come on over. And I'll go and meet the guy and he'll be in overalls and no shirt, literally with a piece of hay coming out of his mouth, telling me how much his bike's worth. The engine was in a milk crate. The frame was hanging on the wall, filled with cobwebs and mice poop. And I just start cutting away at everything. Even if I don't need it and I think it looks cool, I'll take it anyway because I'll use it eventually on something. It's like money in the bank, except I have motorcycles in the shed. People are like, what do they even want this stuff for? 3 months down the road, they'll see it on a motorcycle in a magazine.
Typically, when you work on machines, nothing ever works like it's supposed to. Nothing ever fits like it's supposed to.
I try to make people understand that sometimes what you see on TV or in magazines isn't necessarily the best thing to get. You shouldn't have a fire extinguisher on the side of it because all that's going to do is rattle off and fucking kill somebody behind you. I mean, literally, I'll use anything from train track ties. I like to use old stop signs, shape it into a fender.
Doorknobs, anything that'll give it a different look.
Like on top of a flagpole, you've got that metal eagle. That's a great piece to put as like the gas cap.
The more hands-on you get, the more expensive it's going to be.
What they have me build is going to be one-off. No one's going to have anything like it. You're going to get the best bike in the quickest amount of time, and you're going to have the most fun on it.
So when are you going to grind down the welds and use some Bondo on this?
How did you make that work? This guy.
Doug is a grumpy old man. My name is Alex Rosengren. Call me Jack Cousteau. I am sales manager, office manager.
Alex, he's a good person, but
parts runner.
You can only deal with people that don't know anything for so long, and it finally gets to you.
I just love doing what I do. I love motorcycles, and my wife hates me for it.
The other guys are Steve's brothers, Bob and Dave.
My brother is a little more outspoken. I come and go as they please.
The only thing is, they start drinking beer at 8 o'clock in the morning.
These guys are just born for TV exploitation. Just crack a beer first thing in the morning.
They do call me the Budman, yes. Oh, God. And I'm not telling you what's in this cup, but it's over 86 octanes.
But they're so talented, it's ridiculous. And that's why they work for me at the shop. I can't just build bikes and then sit and hope that people come to me. Part of my job is to travel. I have to bring my stuff to them.
While they're out traveling the world and experiencing all these crazy parties, not only do I miss out on these events, they're just so shady.
I can't even tell you some of the stuff we've done.
Bob and Dave, they definitely bitch at each other a lot, and that's when I kind of slide in, keep shop morale up.
We're all just kind of like a family. You can't disown your family.
I build bikes and they win shows. I don't have fancy machinery, expensive tools. I just bang everything out with a hammer. 90% of the people out there can afford what I build.
There's nothing show about us. The place where we build them and the tools that we use, that doesn't matter. It's what we come up with in the end that really matters.